Nice little DJ skills there.
We're
Welcome everybody to Wolves After Dark. Timberwolves win 113-92 against the Magic. If you're new here, like the stream, subscribe to the stream. Oh my goodness.
Subscribe.
We are so close. We are getting close to 1,000 subscribers. We are only 56 subs away. Once we get to 1,000, not only does that mean we celebrate, but we will be doing a jersey giveaway at 1,000. Tonight, if we get to 69 likes, we are doing ticket giveaway for the Memphis Grizzlies game. I will actually be at that game, so I can sign autographs for everybody.
Oh, thank
God. Just kidding, by the way. I will be at the game. Anyways, Timberwolves win. Continue their streak of not losing. Well, we didn't continue the streak of not losing 2 in a row because we've done that now. But we're playing well. Majorly dominated by the first half of this game. We won the first 2 quarters, lost the last 2, but we won the first 2 by so many that it didn't matter. And it was a wire-to-wire victory. The Magic never had a lead.
Hashtag analysis. Hashtag 10 seconds after the post game. That's what you're here for. You're here for wire-to-wire analysis.
Yes, exactly. We thought about this for days.
Nords for Coast.
Well, Ashwin, it's been a while since you've been here, and me.
Sorry.
Actually, I've been gone the last 2 as well. I kind of forgot about that. How do we feel about our Timberwolves now with however many games left in the season? We are still the 1 seed, but how confident do we feel going into, I don't know, for the last half yet? We're not halfway through the season, right?
No, not even close. We're closer than we were a couple games ago. How about that?
That's true. So we played 36 games. Oh, we're kind of close.
Oh, we're kind of close. That's 36
Wow.
games.
Okay.
What?
That's insane.
Wait, what?
That is insane. Also, scary thought. We are only 4.5 games above 7th place.
That's my thoughts, by the way.
We're not going to pretend like we're going to pretend like that didn't exist. But anyways.
Yeah.
Welcome to the stream, Jared. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, welcome everyone. For everyone who I guess I missed a little bit of the New Year's losses to teams like the Pelicans and stuff. Sorry for all of those Timberwolves fans that needed us as therapy. We just could not give that to you, but I hope you got your venting out on a pillow or a wall, or you smashed that KFC double down. I'm glad that we played a game like this to just restore. I guess we won against the Rockets or something, but to restore confidence in each other and to point fingers less at each other and to say, hey, we are such a better team than the last couple weeks have kind of presented. I think we were going through a rough patch. People were talking about we were all getting sick, like actually sick, not sick of each other, but just like sick. And it was spreading through the locker room and energy was kind of low. They were getting kind of bored of winning, which is like, don't say that, Kat, ever again. But and we were just pointing at like some of the incompetencies and inconsistencies that we've been seeing throughout the roster throughout the season. I'm noticing the teams that are at the
What is this?
Wait, do you hear that?
Yes. Wait, are you listening to the post game right now?
I thought you were like memeing me with some Finch quotes.
Did you hear that though?
Yeah, I was listening to
what the heck? I mean, hey, we could turn on the post game interviews. I don't know.
Hey, JMaximo72, I'm right here. My camera didn't freeze. It probably will, but that was a Finch post game that I paused on you live.
Sorry. Yeah, that was weird. Yeah, I thought you were broken too.
What I wanted to say is like some of the teams that are cream of the crop, they have the ball handlers at the helm of their team. The Jaylen Browns can't go left, but the Jason Tatums of the world, the Shai Gilgeous-Alexanders, the Tyrese Maxeys of the world. We have our top 2 players struggling with the ball in their hands right now. And so that's a part of the puzzle of what I've been watching from afar / what we were probably seeing is some of the teams just kind of going to their star players, all-star players, vote 3 times on New Year's Day. And like, you know what I mean? Like they're running the show, and we have been coughing the ball up, and that's been our DNA for some of our losses. To have a game like this, despite some of the turnovers we did end up having late in the
Mhm.
game when we started to like care less, we played a really solid game throughout. Like seeing Cat have the emotional, but play with emotion, but not the emotional burst of like get that three at the start of the game and just get down to like we are a big team versus an inferior team. Let's just play in the paint. Let's just play big. This is the type of team that can completely dominate games like this early, and I'm so happy that we could blow out a team finally. Like finally have a game that you can relax and watch like the others come perform.
And have it be against the Magic, a team that
I know,
always
notoriously.
is like a killer. I told you before the game, I was like, I'm ready to be hurt tonight because they always just go crazy. Like Cole Anthony goes nuts, the Wagner twins go crazy. I'm going to share my screen early, not with the
Yeah.
tier list, but
Whoa,
some
graphs.
stats. Hashtag analytics.
Wow, 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 wow. We have leveled
That's
up
an
as a team.
awkward pause. Anyways, lead tracker. You can see here. So the first half, obviously, it goes pretty well. The second half, especially the up to like the 7 or 8 minute mark or something like that. We just like dominated. There was a point in the third quarter where I jokingly said in the Discord, shout out the Discord, that we could keep them to under 50 points through 3 quarters.
Whoa.
And it was just, I mean, it was just dominant. It was wild. But yeah, pretty insane. No lead changes, no times tied other than the very beginning of the game.
Yeah.
There also became a point in the third where I was like, man, this is kind of embarrassing for the Magic.
Mhm.
But yeah.
Weren't they missing like most of their roster today? Like they're playing dudes from the G League like in the starting lineup, it felt like.
They may have been missing like 10 players. I don't know.
Yeah, it feels like they were, but they definitely played like it. Having watched the whole game, as all of you did too. I love that you're also looking at other stats and other graphs that we could maybe
Yeah,
post.
I was just about to share this again because I'm like, what the heck are we looking at here?
That's
Let's see
crazy.
here.
Look at
This
that.
is like the most pointless.
It's still pointless.
Wait, what is this?
Points, rebounds, assists, blocks. Is it in like a Star Rose, like when they do like wind analysis and like that type of graph. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys wanted analytics. Here you go.
Here it is, man. This smack
This is
right in the middle for you.
we've gone off the deep end, whatever any of this means. And then there's this.
And then there's that, which
Actually, this is kind of helpful.
look at all those stats that we pulled out for you.
Wow, and American Express can give you 6% back.
Hashtag ads.
Hashtag ad. Wow,
All right,
look at
so
us go.
we have some energy from this super hype game that we watched the entire game of. I will say I think that we took this personally. Like I thought we took the the game plan and executed well. I thought that like having Edwards not having the ball in his hands early actually really helped us like completely uh, kill any defensive efforts from Orlando. Like having Cat on the perimeter shooting more aggressively, having Gobert get passes into like just get dunks early. Like really put the pressure on Orlando, and then they just kind of like gave up early because like we owned them. And this is what I want from our team. It's so good to be a Minnesota sports fan like on a day like tonight because yeah, like this is what we are. This is what we signed up for. This is we were going to be a big ass team, and I was starting to worry that maybe we weren't. Like we were playing fool's gold, like where we were kind of being big, but we weren't playing big. We were getting pushed around. Like Cat gets pushed around a lot, and Gobert can't execute offensively sometimes. And I was getting worried about that. Like I said in the beginning of the show, like we are talking about like our ball handlers like not being our 1A and 1B. It's so refreshing. And I think I see it in the comments too. It's so refreshing to have someone like Mike Connolly at the helm, just putting us on our place and just like setting the tone from minute one. And I think we're super blessed. Hashtag blessed. Hashtag um, I don't know, Minnesota Mike, whatever you guys love to say. Um, to have players like that on our roster that can just like settle us down, get a play functioning, high offense, the ball's moving, and we saw a very efficient team for a majority of this game.
We did. And you know what? I'm feeling like a bad streamer right now. I've started some comments that I want to get back to. And first off, before we even went live, Call Me a
Whoa.
Casual Discord regular became a member of the Play-In Champions. Appreciate you, Call Me a Casual. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for joining the Discord. It's fun to talk. Also, another one. Jaden actually rebounded tonight. Oh my goodness. Unreal.
Dude.
That was exciting. Welcome
it was
back,
embarrassing,
Mason,
right? It's been embarrassing for him. Like we have been talking like, whoa, you just got paid. Not just us and the pundits and the Simmons and like in the Dane Moores of the world, but like literally the locker room was probably like, dude, you're not getting you're our forward, you're not getting a rebound. You're our 3-point specialist and or corner three, and you don't do anything. You're 1 for 11. Like that's gotta like be, you gotta take that personally. Like I'm better than anything you expect me to be. And so
I'm
really
sure he kind of I'm sure he gets into some kind of a mindset of like, I'm just I'm one of the best defenders on the team, so like I'm just like gonna focus on that. And of course he is, but we need more than just good on-ball defense. We need some amount of offense when he's out there because people are doubling Cat and every night now. So
yeah, and it's going to show because it's been showing that we're so turnover prone. The second you double Ant, the second you make him uncomfortable, the second you make him second guess his intentions, he's going to cough the ball up. You're seeing it as a trend. He's getting to the line a lot now, but he's also coughing the ball up. Cat for his career has been wanting to be a ball handler, wanting to be a driver and a passer, but you also see the calm before the storm, but then also you see the voltage. And I think I saw a little bit of that tonight too. But regardless, it's so remarkable to have Cat in this form. Cameron, like I think this type of Cat I want for the rest of the season. Like maybe not like the extraneous stuff that we saw a little bit in the game. Like when he was just on shooting, when he was aggressively shooting, when he was getting the ball moving with Gobert. Like Gobert and Cat had 10 plus points each in the first quarter. Like doesn't that sound like that's our team? That's who our DNA is.
Yeah, it is. And the thing with Cat is that, it's kind of a fine line between chucking too much and chucking just the right amount or chucking not at all, which has kind of been what he's doing all season, where he's just like not taking enough shots and I keep wanting more. But it feels like we're slowly easing into like a better place with where Cat is. He had a hammer dunk. It's so impressive. Like I
was so impressed.
I bet you were. But that was, typically when Cat does a dunk, you can kind of see it coming and it's kind of like you understand what's going to go on. But this one was one of those ones where you kind of like sit up or like stand up in your chair because you're like, oh my gosh, like that was insane. And that was nasty. He didn't even think it went in. He looked back at the basket when it happened. Oh man. But that was really good. I want more threes. I actually don't know how many he took tonight, but it felt like it was a decent amount. It probably wasn't a ton.
It was 5 for 5 last I checked, and he was 5 for 5.
Yeah. I mean, I like it when he's feeling it. I like it when he's chucking like that. So,
yeah.
But Charlie Barley. Oh, also quick shout out. Simon Waits. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Thank you also for becoming a play-in champion. Appreciate you. You're a regular here too. Charlie Barley was a defensive challenge issued in the locker room. So actually, Charlie Barley, I heard this on the broadcast or on Twitter. I can't remember. They were saying something about, or I think it was Marnie was saying, like, if you guys saw practice today, like you would understand that like there were challenges and there were like responses and people were like ready for this game. So, and obviously we were. I mean, we beat them. We practically beat them by 30, but garbage time, whatever.
I don't know why I'm saying this. I kind of feel like I hate that I'm about to, but like the Jimmy Butler years, we had like a dude who was like a dog and was like getting everyone into their space and like yelling at them. Taj Gibson was like, get in line. We had an enforcer in that regard. And we had even like a militant like coach saying, hey, you can't do this. You have to do this. You have to do it by the book. We don't really have that on our roster right now, right? So we could have really played this out like we're just soft. And we get softer and softer, and we get like soft like Charmin, and we are just like I said, Charmin. Come on, keep going, and just like kind of fall into that like and placate into mediocrity. And honestly, like people need to get revved up again. Like right now, I'm feeling pretty high right now on a game like this because, like, yeah, we could go through the motions of the season, but we could have like not had this type of performance, lost to the Magic, and then had a
Mhm.
team only meeting where we're like, I guess we need to trade for Andrew Wiggins.
Yes.
We could
Yes.
have been really bad. This could have been really bad, but instead we took this so personally. We took the practice, the shoot around, everything so intensely that I think that like energized us. And sometimes that you need that fuel. You need to like lose to win. You need to win emphatically to really feel like the
Yeah.
mojo's in our court again. Um, we are a top team in the West. No hands, no quarter given about that. Like we are no facts can dispute that. But we were starting to slip a bit. We were seeing like Clippers are on an absolute tear, and
They are.
OKC can't lose, and like we're just worried about like our position. But like
Yeah,
a
this
game like
is
this, sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say this is one of those games that gives me a little bit of hope in going forward, where it's like, we came into this game and I was worried, even though we're the first place team in the West, and like second place team in the entire NBA, and have been playing really well this season. It's like I'm just nervous going up against the Magic because I know we aren't mentally strong enough to compete with the runs that they might go on. And you're right. We just came in there serious before. We were not procrastinating and waiting until, oh, okay, well now we're gonna go into Boston, probably lose against Boston too, because we're so down. And then when we get back to Minnesota, we're gonna have this team meeting, just like you're saying. Um, we're doing this ahead of time. I'm not saying we're not gonna go through another bad patch, and maybe we're
You
still
might,
in our bad patch of the
you might.
season,
Yeah, you're
but
right.
this is like, these are the games that make me ease up my old Timberwolves habits where I'm kind of like going into the game and I'm like, oh, you know what? What if I bet against the Timberwolves tonight? Like when do I stop doing that and just become like a normal fan again?
Guys, before you even joined the show, not tonight, but like years ago, we would go live after a 50-point loss to the Milwaukee Bucks and be like, why didn't we bet against the team?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
we
yeah,
had hope.
exactly.
We had
Yeah.
an ounce of hope. Like ounces of hope are gone. They're dashed. It's like we
Mhm,
have a legit chance at making some noise or push for some at least like progress in the postseason.
mhm.
Anything less, I feel like we're gonna be like asking A-Rod to make some changes, so and
Yeah,
not just his location and like not just Tolosa, right? From
true. Our
Lori.
future home.
I love Ryan Mitchell's comment. We didn't hit it, highlight it, but like Ant didn't have to do much. Like he coughed the ball up a
Oh,
bit, but he didn't have to do much, and we smashed. I love that.
yeah,
Um, Go ahead.
that's true. I just wanted
Gotta
to get
give it
through a
up to
couple
Conley
others.
for all those assists. What's up?
Sorry. We're really bad at this right now. Give it for Conley with those assists. Yeah, there was some stat about like Conley, if he has more than like 6 assists a game, we're like undefeated or something like that.
Yeah,
Um, somebody also said like I can't remember the exact saying, but it's like correlation doesn't mean causation or reverse whatever. So that's a possibility, but I do like when he has some assist games, we do well. Um, Conley stops the bleeding instead of D'Lo. Yes, Black
yes,
Mamba. This is like
absolutely.
such a trend for the last year and a half. Like having somebody like Mike Conley in instead of D'Lo. I mean, look at the Lakers. Look at the Lakers right now.
They're barely playing
They
him.
imagine if they had Mike Conley. Imagine if they had Mike Conley. Also, keep in mind, we didn't just get Mike Conley. We got Nah. We got 3 draft picks. Like this is a pretty insane deal. So, and then Ryan Mitchell again, 9-1 when we keep teams under 100 points. Wow,
Wow.
wow, wee zowie.
And we're 12-8 on the road now, and which means like I guess we're still like number one on the road, which is such a weird thing
Oh,
to say
really?
as a Timberwolves team that like we've been like, we've been awful on the road. We've been awful in these stretches where we have to play multiple road games and just we have no time to like decompress. We're just always traveling, and we travel amongst the most in any team in our league, right? So it's like
Yep.
where are those breaks to actually instill offense or instill defensive sets or just calm
Mhm.
down and like reset? It's like the coaching staff has to figure it out, and I'm glad that we can at least win even when we're winning ugly. And tonight we just like completely smashed, which is like I wanted more of these throughout the season, and I'm happy that we got one today. Wow, like doubling up on the Magic in the first quarter, it really is just a spark, honestly. Like
Mhm.
that's a message for the team. Like we have to play like this, or we're gonna get smashed, or we're gonna have a close game, or we're gonna, be in some weird situations where like, Buddy Hield's gonna foul Jalen Brown's head, and then like they are gonna overturn it. Like don't let the refs dictate the game. Like let us just
Yeah.
completely smash the team over. And like
Mhm.
we're big for a reason. Phoenix, you're looking at Phoenix, and they're like, we don't know how to size up against anyone in the league right now. Like they have all the shooting, but they have no size.
It's
And
true. Mhm.
um, you're seeing the Lakers being like they have to have LeBron at the point, otherwise they have no shot. It's like
Yeah.
it's crazy, and we have the DNA for a really good regular season run. And I'm not trying to be super positive here. There's been some criticisms and like warranted criticisms. And even
Mhm.
Ants, his game is excellent, and we can't wait to see him rise to the Messiah that he is. But like right now,
He's
there's
got
like
problems.
he's got
Yeah.
problems,
He's
and
got major problems,
we
man.
got flaws, and we get to work through them all out through the season, and hopefully we figure some of it out at least. Um, yeah, let's keep going with some comments here, man. I'm sorry that I've been kind of I feel like I'm new to this because I haven't been here in a minute. And thank you guys for your patience with all of it. We'll get to the tier list soon, maybe even
We
now.
will. We could get to it now. Call Me a Casual Cat is everything I love and hate at the same time.
Welcome to the show.
Yes,
Like that
yeah,
is us.
that is us.
Yeah.
Let's see what else do we got here. Um, Oh yeah, somebody asked, where was it? I just saw it. Yeah, Mitchell, double A. Why does Finch leave starters in too long? The only reason I can think of is because of previous Timberwolves history,
Mm.
where we do let the games go back. Also, I both like to think we have a decent bench and like to think that we have a terrible bench.
I think it's the latter.
It probably is the latter.
Mm-hmm.
So
Decent to bad bench right now.
Yeah. And the Magic are a team that can kind of go on a run really quickly. And if they get hot, like, did you hear the crowd was kind of surprisingly into it when they got into their runs, even when they were down 30?
Like in the fourth quarter.
They were into it.
What was that?
I know. Yeah. It was kind of scary. There were moments where I was like, oh no, they are like way too into it.
And they're down 24. They don't care about the box score. They care about the
They
fact
do.
that they just jam.
Yeah, they turned off all the screens. They turned off
actually
the
what
score.
happened.
Yeah,
Dude, they probably have like dollar pints. They don't have a day more
Yeah.
deal. They have dollar deals. That's probably what happened. And dude, they're rocking this year, man. Magic are killing it this year. I'm so happy for them as a fan base as well as a team.
Mhm.
Like just have it changing in the guard. So
Yeah.
it sucks that we didn't get to see them at their full strength, but at the same time, I don't give a fuck because we are winners tonight. We all are winners. We don't get the Arby's deal because I guess
We didn't. I was thinking we were going to. Didn't we get to 11?
we got to 12. Is that 11?
12 is the number.
Oh, well, then we just did. I
Okay,
thought it was
good.
13.
I think it's 12. Whoa.
Okay, my bad.
It is 12.
Cool.
12.
Bill Hicks, what's up, my friend? This is the Jaden McDaniels this team needs regularly. Dude, stopping Bonchero at the start of this game. He looked like a shell of himself. Like honestly, I think he's one of the main reasons why that team is so remarkable this year. He's doing like a mini LeBron role in Orlando and killing it over there. But he has a ways to go. He's just a second-year player. But yeah, Jaden just stopped him and clamped him, and I loved it, and put him in the seatbelt. Austin Kessler, love it. Welcome, my friend. I don't think I've seen you here around. I don't know. Do you have the answer?
I don't. I actually looked it up before the game because, I was in my confusion. I don't remember if I said this on stream, but NBA League Pass was like messed up tonight for both you and I. Yeah, like the same thing was happening to me in the beginning, and then I went to a browser because I just watch it on like my phone or iPad or something like that. But it was like I was many minutes behind. Like probably is like 6 minutes behind like you were at a point. Which is funny because you were like in the Discord making comments and then you're like, wait, what is going on? But I thought it was still pregame because Marnie was talking. So then I heard her start doing play-by-play and I looked and I was like, oh no, the game has actually started. No, I didn't hear anything. There's nothing on his Twitter unless it's been updated since I looked earlier. So hopefully he's okay. Hopefully it's just a rest day for him. They didn't say anything, but
Okay, well,
yeah,
hopefully he just got like a general soreness, or just didn't just he wanted his day off
wouldn't be
as
surprised if
well.
he was sick too, because
Yeah, he
everybody's
might be
getting
sick.
sick right now.
Yeah, that's probably what it was. And that voice, we gotta keep him as long as possible. Like one more
Yes.
one more game, and he might be yeeted to TNT. So, um,
Yeah, seriously.
maybe that's why Marnie. But Marnie did a good job. Honestly, Marnie is awesome, and
Yeah, I like Marty.
hmm,
And she's funny
um,
because she has good rapport with Jim. Like they've obviously like worked together for so many years now, so they have these like
yeah,
kind of funny moments. But
mhm,
which is one thing that I do miss about Dave, because Dave and Jim would have all these like inside jokes from like a decade long of working together.
yeah,
Whereas like Grady and Jim, there's occasional times where you can kind of feel not friction, but like just a little bit of like, oh, I don't get it. Like
mhm,
Grady doesn't fully understand, but
yeah. There's a conversation
Grady
that's
is
happened. Go ahead.
Grady is calling Memphis and Dallas right now.
What?
Wait.
We are
On NBA
losing Grady?
TV? What the heck is happening? I have to like this is emergency.
This is an
is
emergency.
this
Breaking
is
news.
this really
Are you shitting
happening?
me?
Oops.
Something's up, man. That can't happen. Grady, you can't use us. You gotta be us. You gotta be one of with us. Oh no, I'm gonna
That's
like shed a tear if that's actually
crazy.
happening. But
Seriously.
there's a conversation that's happening in chat that I really want to bring more attention to. Probably more so in the tier list. But I
Let's do
think,
it.
yeah, let's just go right into the tier list. But it's about Cat and his energy and his defense and his hustle and his volatility.
His
And,
attractiveness.
mhm,
Mm-hmm.
bruh.
Bruh. Yeah, where is it?
And huh? And just really quick, geez, guys, I love you all for showing up tonight after a game like this. You guys could have passed out. You guys could have left to go like spend time with others, but you're spending time with us, which we're like strangers in Seattle. You know.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for putting us in your homes and giving us a like, a share to your friends and family. Your dad. Where's your dad at? By the way, where's he?
He's
Why
in
is he not
Minnesota.
like? Well, why is he not joining us?
He should be. Maybe he will. Maybe when I go to Minnesota, we can do a live post game from
Dude,
Minnesota
I love
with
that.
my dad.
I love it. I'll be missing that day for sure. But
That you probably will.
and
Also,
go ahead.
go ahead. Go ahead.
Nope.
Nope.
I was gonna say Mo got destroyed, and
He
that
did
was
get
it.
destroyed. That is amazing. Also, though, big shout out. Also, just by the way,
Also,
also, um, we're only at 23 likes. We need 69 to do a ticket giveaway. You don't want to
where
miss out
are
on an
your burner
opportunity.
accounts, my friends?
Everybody, sign into your burner accounts immediately.
If we've learned anything from Kevin Durant and the age of Twitter,
Yeah,
you're always supposed to be prepared. A
you
moment
need your
like this.
burners. So like somebody can respond to themselves in chat and be like, "Yeah, good point." Like like you're helping yourself out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, but anyways, no, we gotta get to 69 likes. Otherwise, people roast us in the comments too.
Mm.
That happens, and then my feelings get hurt, and then I cry to Ashwin, and he says, "Why are you crying at comments?" Um,
Speaking of crying, how is Shake Milton and as we are transitioning to the tier list, these two players aren't getting burned. They got 2.5 minutes tonight. How is Shake Milton and TB Shagan ever going to get any confidence if they can hardly get any run, especially when they're up by 30 with the Magic missing 6 players? You know
well, they're
what?
getting traded.
They're getting. That's maybe part of it. Honestly, like
That could be.
our defense started to let up, right? Like and like maybe Shake isn't defensive prowess that Finch wants. And you know what? Strangely, I think he gives so much of a shit about that number one defense. Like, I don't think we are number one defense anymore. Maybe we still are, but he
I don't
cares so
know.
much about that, getting to 100 points. He wants that in there. So that's probably why we didn't pull our starters till late. Just bring that concepts home. Maybe we can even use these moments for teaching moments and like coaching moments of like, here's a play we want to run. Here's a concept we want to run, That's maybe part of it. And long-term plans, That's maybe also why they're not getting burned. Because short-term plans, they aren't doing anything for us right now. Long-term plans are not probably in the rotation. They're probably getting traded for.
Defensive rating, we are number 1.
Cool. Hashtag stats, man. This is what you're here for.
Look at this. Oh my gosh, people in the comments are going to go nuts.
Oh my god.
We're not going to have anything to say today.
Wow. I love you, Philly fans, for putting us in our place and making us grow as
I mean, really,
as commentators, as statisticians. We know what we're talking about. Okay, cool. I have no grade for our friends Shake Milton and TBJ. In a lot of ways, I was kind of reminiscing on like the year plus that we had with Torian Prince, and being like, why did we give him away? But
I know.
yeah, but because it's definitely because Slow-Mo was having his episode, but he comes back swinging tonight. Kyle Anderson in 22 minutes, 4 for 6, 11 points. You know what? He was a positive on tonight's scoreboard, plus minus, and he hit the line. He went to his free throws. He shot a 3. He shot a 3. That's more than we could have said for most of the season. I'm giving him a C, if not a B, for the fact that he was out there and he didn't suck.
I'm going to say C, but that's just because my expectations. This is pretty close to what I expect. I'd say. I don't know. I just like this felt okay. Wow, he had 11 points. That's crazy. I don't know. He's having moments out there where he looks kind of lost. Like there was a point in the fourth quarter when we still had all our starters out when we were up by 30, and him and Ant were just having like this exchange of passing that was just like, what is going on? And he's just not ready for the ball, and maybe that's Ant's fault. And then he had like some weird play where Cat had to like fix it and like pick it up. It was like a loose ball because Kyle Anderson couldn't handle a pass or something. It's just, I don't know. There's frustrating things. Kyle has not been the same Kyle. Good to see 4 of 6 shooting and 11 points. Like, I mean, we need some amount of scoring from him, which is why, we've started to entertain some trade conversations around Kyle Anderson for possibly a shooter. I don't know who would want Kyle Anderson. Maybe a team that needs somewhat of a vet. But man, I don't know. Call me a casual.
Wow, I love that.
That's kind of true.
That's not true. He can't be a C. He's either a B or a D low. He's a B low or a D low.
Because this is better. I mean,
he can't be C low green.
Oh man, I don't know.
I agree with you, Noah. But we're riding with this.
Yeah.
Your hands are God's hands. Look at those hands, by the way. Look at those hands.
Look at these hands. Where is he? I guess we'll give him a B. Fine. Has Kyle had a 20-point game this year or even 15? He says he plays a lot because his defense, and he can run point guard. Yeah, he is versatile, but I really do feel like our team right now would currently benefit more from like somebody that's like a knockdown 3-point shooter. And I don't know if there are any knockdown 3-point shooters, but just think of all the opportunities where he's standing in the corner. OKC could use a vet.
Actually, I love every time Whirly Swirly comes in. It makes my day. These types of comments are really funny because it's like they need one. Of course,
they don't
true,
have one.
But it's like funny also to think like we're just talking up Kyle Anderson, and then here comes Whirly Swirly, and we're like we should trade Kyle Anderson. Like that's what the intent of this is. Like trade Kyle Anderson to the Thunder for some like 3-point shooting. But I actually really I really appreciate him on our team because like another vet who can handle the ball, who puts our dudes in our places, but like most importantly, I think he's trying to help be a big on D, and I think we need that because I think our bench struggles on D, honestly. So until then, I don't know if we can really make a move with Slow-Mo. Plus, I don't know if his value has done anything but completely tank. So like the value that we get in return for Slow-Mo is going to be different than like at the end of last season, right? So Oh, I love that. I think OKC might have to like throw in something, right? But JD, that's a great idea.
Bring Chet home. Anyways, we've talked about Kyle Anderson for far too long. So
dude, I know.
Somebody who's going to be off our team tomorrow. Just kidding. Maybe. Who's up next? Oh, we should probably do Nah. Yeah.
Nikhil Alexander-Walker, who was traded for aforementioned D'Lo, 18 minutes, 0 for 5, 0 for 4 from 3, 0 points, 2 turnovers. Maybe his worst game offensively. But defensively, he was the only one that's really was like anything. But he's also because he's playing with the starters a lot of the time. So this is probably a D'Lo from him.
Yeah. I mean, I'm almost like closer to like Wancho. This was just such a bad game for him. And I'm making the joke all the time in the Discord of like him being better than Jaden, which obviously is not true. And it's just meant to give motivation to Jaden. I'm just kidding. No, it's just this was really bad. Like nothing really looked good from him tonight. And I have high expectations for him. So I am, and yeah, like Johnny 2 times says, is it 2 times? I don't know why I just said
2x.
2x. His shot is looking inconsistent. It is. I mean, but in my head, I feel like it's not. So when I have games like this, it hurts me. Yeah, exactly, Xavier. Like it wasn't that there was nothing that was really
Lock it in. Lock it in.
I'm locking it in. Sometimes when he shoots bad, it's like, well, whatever. He played good defense, which is kind of what we do with Jaden. But this was like there was just really nothing there tonight. He's just in a lull right now, and I hope that it's just a lull and he comes back to the old Nah, which seems to happen. He seems to go in these kind of like long spurts of being really good, long spurts of being really bad. So we'll see. Whoa, June, that's a hot take.
That's something.
June, calm down. No.
Dude, is a hot dog a sandwich? That's the kind of hot take we're having right now with your take right there. Mm-hmm. I love it though. We'll get into it maybe momentarily. Yeah, you know what I really like about Nah that didn't show up this game is that he kept things simple. He like shoots a three, he plays really D, but he doesn't really extend himself. And I think his offense had at one point been like super reliable, and now I don't know. I guess he's been dropping the ball because like Jaden's on the come up. I guess they can only ever like one has to stop for the other to rise to the crop, right?
One of those carnival games. Yeah. But that's true. Cool. Well, 18 minutes, 0 points, 0 anything from him. But he was a plus 11. I guess that's good.
Yeah. Jordan McLaughlin, what a I wouldn't say a surprise, but a much needed like dose of someone to splash some confidence in the bench mob. Jordan McLaughlin starting to get some minutes into the rotation. Gone is Shake Milton, who couldn't get anything going from himself nor from the team. Seriously. Jordan McLaughlin, 5 assists, 4 points, 2 for 3. Though he was a -8 plus or minus, that's mostly garbage time. That's mostly when the game is out of reach for Orlando. I'm giving this guy. I straight up love him when he's on the court. I thought a dose of him in these moments where even with the starters, he should play more with the starters. I think he's a B, even though like maybe the numbers don't really say anything.
I totally agree. Also, just based off of the one D'Lo play that he did tonight, anytime I see that play, it's just my favorite thing ever. Because it catches everybody off guard, and I just can't wait to see us use that in the playoffs sometime, and it's gonna be the funniest thing ever.
Dude, I love that play. I saw that live and everything. So
you really did.
I really.
You were the one that told me it happened before it happened.
Yeah, because I was ahead. Okay, cool. Moving on. Naz Reid. I feel like another indicator of our success. Not just if like Jaden's playing well, not just if like Cat has a good efficient game. It's Naz. Like Naz getting to double digits, Naz getting to the line, Naz getting his threes and everything, and just like putting out a 13 and 10 in 21 minutes when Cat was having an awesome game. Wow, that's got to be something. I might be cancel Ashwin. What did I say?
You always call him McLaughlin, like a gun.
McLaughlin.
It's McLaughlin.
Wait, I will. To Google. We need Google's AI bot.
We need to
like,
hear J-Mac say his own name. That's what we need.
Right.
That's the
What?
solution.
McLaughlin.
But
Holy
still,
hell.
hashtag cancel Ashwin
That's
in the
fine.
chat.
That's fine. I'm only here periodically throughout the rest of the year.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cancel myself, honestly. Life is strange. Life is unfair. Were you old enough to watch Malcolm in the Middle?
Yes, I was. But I didn't know that was a reference from it.
Yeah. What? Naz Reid. When he is on, we are on. I think straight up, like he is the X factor of our team, and I maybe you guys are seeing a different game than what I saw, but I think this is a B like performance from our boy Naz.
Yeah, I don't know what the general sentiment of everybody will be. I kind of feel like most people are probably going to say C or D. I felt like I was hearing some complaints about Nas tonight. I personally didn't really have any, but keep in mind, I am a stupid fan that likes dunks and threes. So when I see dunks and threes, my stock for a player just goes like, zoom. So we had that tonight. He had a couple threes. He had that nice dunk from that pass. I don't know. I like this game. It's probably pretty close to what we expect, like a C, but maybe a B. And since I'm on the fence, what do we always do when I'm on the fence? We go up.
We go
so
up.
I'm going to go to B.
You know what I sometimes fear from our roster, especially when like there's the full quarter of Ant. There's the spurts of Cat, and maybe there's foul trouble Cat, whatever. And it doesn't the flow of the game shifts considerably when we are literally hockey style 5 bench players out there, like with a Cat or Gobert, right? It doesn't. I'm not confident in what we have out there.
Yeah.
And if Nas doesn't have anything going, like we really struggle with getting offense, just production. And I really see gains defensively, but sometimes I think there's like lapses. What happened tonight was we just extended the lead, and so we didn't let up the gas pedal when we had our bench mob out there. I think that's a reason alone to just put them up there and be.
Yeah, I agree. Here, I have to listen. I have to hear if this is Grady. Grady is actually doing the Memphis-Dallas game right now, guys. We got problems. That's a problem.
I'm worried.
I'm insanely worried. Oh, man.
All the franchise.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
They didn't talk about it at all. They didn't talk about it at all, did they?
Which seems even more alarming. That's like, oh, no, Grady. Oh,
this is going to kill my mood.
I know. I can't think about it.
Call me casual as I highlight someone else's comment. That's why we need Bojan from the Pistons. The Pistons don't need him. Okay. I am on that side of the coin in terms of conversation about like who we need in that position.
Yeah.
The Jazz were a top tier team, both with Bojan, with Gobert, with Conley. You know, like that's literally the Jazz of a few years ago. And we replaced Bojan with Cat. So shouldn't that be fucking like the tops? Like, shouldn't it be the best? It hasn't reared ultimately the success we want. But like, I love that comment from you because I think that's what it wants to be. I was having a conversation over dinner over dim sum that I couldn't have. So I was watching someone pinch dim sum, and it was hilarious. And he was a Dallas fan, and he's like, "So what's going on with Minnesota?" I'm like, "We got some problems, but we have like a big identity thing that we've solved. And one is just we're big, and we're going to be clowning teams that don't have size." And we are going to run you through the table. And with Dallas, and this was on the night that Dallas was playing the Timberwolves, and they lost to Dallas. It was so funny because we just met and everything. And he was talking about the same thing with Dallas. Like they have size, but they don't have enough, and they play smaller than they actually are. But they shoot the three, and that's what I said we don't shoot the three. And so like Bojan would, right? I'm going to get off this point. But that's why we have Cat, because Cat should do that and supplement our team with like 10 threes a game, you know? And that would be our reasons why we would kill any team in a 7-game series.
And Whirly Squirrely brings up a good counterpoint to that is I was gonna say their name again. No cones. So they're saying like no bad defensive players. The thing I'm wondering, and I don't know the answer, this is me just asking a question out loud. Are we at a point defensively where the number one defense in the league? Are we at a point where we can sacrifice one defensive player for an offensive player? Like, that's the question I have. I don't know.
I don't think
Maybe
so.
like if we lose one, maybe it suddenly is like everything falls apart. But I really do like the idea of Bogdanovich, or however you say it. Sorry, I don't know how to say it.
You're fine.
But I like it because there is familiarity just from playing in the past. Also, like you're saying, like, yeah, Cat should be that player. Well, guess what? Cat still can be that player. And then Bogdanovich comes off the bench. So it's like, we have these different elements here where it makes us a little bit more, it makes us a stronger team. I still like the idea of Tyus a lot. I have no idea how possible that is.
You've grown. You've
but
grown as a fan.
I know. I'm trying to get rid of
stupid Timberwolves fan you are. Wow.
Yeah, I am. I am very stupid. But yeah, and I mean,
Apple
yeah,
Valley.
I don't know. It's just there's other players that I find interesting. Even I guess Alec Burks from Detroit too. But
I'm in on Alec Burks.
I like him too. I mean, he's kind of like he's been a consistent like bucket getter for teams, and he's not been on many good. I guess he played for Utah too, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
I think he did. Oh my gosh, what the heck? Yeah, this is wild.
Well, like the Lakers were trying to do Timberwolves West. Like we could do Jazz East. Like it's fine.
First we were the Timber Bulls, now we're the Timber Jazz.
Now we're the Jazzer Wolves.
Jazzer Wolves. And now the Lakers are just literally like scraps from Minnesota.
They're really selling high on D'Lo right now. Hey, Jared O, that's the answer.
Yeah.
I don't think we can give up one piece of that armor that we have of our identity. It's our identity is defense. We're gonna work on our offense throughout the season. That is our game plan, I think, from the coaching standpoint, without having knowing anything. I'm just kind of assuming this. And we're gonna just go back to fundamentals, get our defense locked in, and then grow from there. And it might look ugly, and I think there is a lot of ugliness in our offense right now. It's almost dead simple. Like that's why it's partially why we struggle sometimes. It's like the offense is going to two players, right? Like, and they struggle with the ball in their hands. And so once they figure that kind of stuff out over the course of the season, maybe some of that stuff will wrinkle itself out. Maybe we won't be able to iron it all out, right? That's going to be our problem. Like, can Ant handle the double team? Can Ant pass through the double team? Can we play through Cat? I don't know. Can Cat stand in the corner and shoot threes? Hell yeah, he can. We saw that tonight, and it looks like the best form of Cat. Really, it does.
I know.
But just saying that kind of stuff makes me really hyped for this potential of the team. Can we buy in? Gerald has a comment that I love and appreciate and defend, like these types of potential criticisms of Cat. But like, if Cat can realize that this is like more about team and less about personal success, like this could be our ticket. Moving on. So we didn't get to see a whole lot of our bench really perform, other than like we talked about most of them. But we are onto our starters, guys. 69 likes. It feels so doable. We're at 61 live viewers right now. Just like call your homies up. Like,
Yeah. Again, get your burners. I know you guys have burners. Okay. And in fact, I know that everybody in the chat right now is just Ashwin on different accounts.
Yeah.
But Ashwin, get to it. Get a couple more. Yeah. You know how to create these Google accounts.
I have so many accounts. You just have to put a dash in your name.
I will say, we might offer a consolation way to get there if we could get 5 additional members.
Wow.
5 additional members.
Give you some underoos?
We will do the ticket giveaway or 69 likes, either one. I mean, the freeway is 69 likes. That's easy, but we'll see.
Your presence is enough as we move on to the starters, but we would love that additional support just because it goes back to you guys. Really, that's all it is. That's all what it's about. We were talking a little about Jaden. Let's get to Jaden, who may have been one of the stories of the game tonight, honestly, after just absolutely like getting compared to Herb Jones and Herb Jones. Sorry, am I mispronouncing everyone now? and like other players in the NBA, and completely just getting like swallowed up in the data. Jaden comes back with a 6 for 10 from the floor, 2 for 5 from three, 15 points, 9 rebounds, 1 personal foul against a dude who's like 3 times the size. Got to give it up to Jaden for that alone. Team high plus 35. I'm giving him an A.
I think I'm giving him an A too. I mean, I just love seeing productive offensive games from Jaden. It just gives me so much hope because if Jaden's an offensive, like we know clearly he can be. By the way, I'm also at an A. We know he can be a possible defensive player of the year.
Mhm.
Like at least he plays at that level. I don't know if he could ever be voted because he's such like a quiet guy. He's not going to be like in the news about things.
He has been smiling more lately.
He has been smiling more. Like gives him more of a chance. But just hit it, seeing him hit threes, seeing him just take advantage of defenses when he has the opportunity is exactly what we need. We talk about, maybe I reminisce about this game too much, but I think it was like game 6 of the Memphis series, what we lost, but he scored like 20 plus points. Yeah, 29 points. So it's like, that kind of a game, if we can unlock that from Jaden, maybe not on a nightly basis because you're going to have Ant and Cat go off at times, but on the nights where you don't have an Ant, like tonight, this is the perfect opportunity for him to step up and score over 15 points, and he scored 15. But like, I don't know, I feel like this is a good version. He was a plus 35 tonight.
What the hell?
Like, that's insane.
Amazing.
And it felt like it. And 9 rebounds. I mean, we had a lot of good things go for Jaden tonight. No fouling, rebounds, scoring. That's the trifecta for him right now. That's all the things that he's been kind of hounded on recently. So this is a good game from him, and I want to reward him with an A on the Wolves After Dark tier list.
What a reward! I should feel so proud.
He's gonna tell his family about this one.
You know what's so funny is that he eats chicken Alfredo every goddamn day. Those cheesy poops, man. It must be so crazy. Like, and he's still a stick. We need him to find we found the correct pronunciation of Herb Jones, by the way. It's Curb Jones. We need to find the Curb Jones body type and put it on Jaden, because that's going to be the ticket for him, I think, because he's getting the really silly foul calls because he's small. He's like, he doesn't have the size to like get posted up, and so like there's little reaches, like those will just be non-calls from a bigger body. Honestly, it's like kind of sad. And I think when he's allowed to play, he's fucking top tier. I swear to God, like when he's allowed to play his style. Okay, Mike Conley, 30 minutes, 3 for yes.
Sorry, save the fouls for Tatum.
Dude, you should join us on a show, Call Me Casual Man. You'd fit right in. Mike Conley, 30 minutes, 11 points, 10 assists. I don't need to see anything more. He had 3 for 6 from 3. We need all of our bodies to hit threes, man. Even Rudy Gobert. Nope, never say that again. But I love this performance from him. Like, like there were moments where I was like, please get Conley off the court, because like we don't want him to potentially get injured, because like he's just playing in really weird times in the game when we're up like a lot. But like just to have established like our absolute terror offensively this tonight, it's largely because of Conley got us all going. I want to say an A, but I'm probably going to give him a B plus.
Yeah, I think B is fair. I mean, this is kind of the same things that I was saying about Jaden in ways where it's like, there's certain things that you're looking for from Conley, and it's is he hitting threes? Does he have a lot of assists? And it's like those two things are kind of like, and I guess you could say lobs too, but like, in general, like those are the things that you're looking for from him. And if he's done those, then you probably won, like you probably won the game. But no, I think, as Jared says, B for bite.
Anthony Edwards, you know what he's been? He's been a one-man band for the last week and a half. It's okay to take a night off like that. I don't know. He looked like maybe there was something troubling him, but also the fact that we didn't need him tonight is kind of amazing.
That is amazing. Yes, that is amazing.
I
I do go ahead.
no.
I do wish that he would stop going to the bathroom during the game. Can he just please like go to the bathroom before the game starts and not have to leave midway through? Like I can't believe that he's leaving for injury all this much, like to go to the locker room and then he comes back and he's completely fine. Either they're giving him the craziest medicine or drugs or whatever in the back and he's like suddenly totally fine, or he's going to the bathroom. Does he know that he can go to the bathroom before the game starts? Like,
No.
I seriously.
This is what age and wisdom and years in the league lets you do. You can, Paul Pierce had a problem too, and he had to get carried off in a wheelchair just to go to the bathroom. He'll learn. Ant will learn. I think maybe the sickness is like maybe
he has a small bladder, Jared. That's a new tier on the tier list.
That's a new tier list. Small bladder tier. A nervous bladder. I love it.
Ooh.
Yeah, he was nervous. He needed to get his. Why would he be nervous?
Wagner.
I don't know. Wagner. The Wagner. Yes. The side of his head has to make some pee, like a twitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, D'Lo, right? Absolute shit tier performance from our star. But our star is still our star, and he's an A in my mind, A1 for days, even in games like this. But not tonight.
I'd like to go Wancho.
What did I say?
You said D'Lo.
I meant Wancho.
Okay, yeah. I think he was pretty bad, and even when he was out there, I was not loving really anything he was doing. He had that one chase down block attempt that was a goaltend that was kind of cool, but that was like maybe the highlight of his night. Which was
I saw C for Ant, D'Lo for Ant, Wancho for Ant. Agree with you. I was like, all right, I'm just gonna pick one, and I just agreed with everyone. Whatever
true.
You wanted to do with your god hands, I was gonna agree with and side with.
Yeah, I mean, this is just like obviously it's not what we expect. He scored 6 points, had 3 fouls all in the first half, which took him out of the game. Also, immediately after he comes back from being injured and already having 2 fouls, he commits an offensive foul, cat style, of elbow in the face.
I know. I was just about to say that.
That was like concerning and not good. Just kind of a gross night from him. Guess the only thing that I'm happy about, and everybody's kind of commented about it in the Discord and here in chat, is that like okay, Discord. well now shout out to the Discord. We get to, he gets to have. He only played 25 minutes tonight, and we play tomorrow in Boston. So maybe he's energized for some Boston game. But
yeah. I love that actually about him. He already knew what was happening. Tomorrow is Boston.
Tomorrow is Boston.
Man,
another early game.
Make it tomorrow too.
Stupid East Coast.
Yeah, I hate that Ghost. That foul wasn't even that bad. He was putting his hands up to catch the pass. By the way, I thought that first foul he had was garbage. Suggs just fell.
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
and then that probably just set his mood. Like, oh, so they're gonna call this nonsense. I'm just not gonna care.
But see, the thing at the beginning of the game, they were letting everybody be so physical, but then they'd have these random plays like this, where it was like, why is this a foul? But I do think that's a problem with our team, a longer discussion. But, we have these times in the beginning of games where fouls are called, and it immediately either keeps us engaged or it completely
disrupts.
It completely, this happens with Jaden. This happens with Towns. And now it seems to be happening with Ant.
Yeah.
And I agree with Gobert,
you, man.
But Gobert kind of.
That's getting used to this again, but I just agree with you. Is all I'm going to say. I'm sorry for being stupid and interrupting you just to say I agree with you, but yeah.
Check those DMs. What are you guys talking about? DMs?
They're on the other girl pregnant thing.
Oh.
I did a solo show with when that news broke out, and I didn't know how to handle it. I couldn't even handle it. I went off air. That's how I handle it. Oh my God, 65 of you, almost 69 of you, smash.
Whoa!
Smash as Rudy smashed this game back into powerhouse contention. Rudy Gobert loved his game tonight. All 34 minutes, 8 for 10 from the floor, massive dunks. I want him to do nothing but dunk.
Seriously.
Everything else is ass.
Seriously.
Anything he tries that's not a dunk is ass. It's always like, I don't know, it's a wild card. It's like Jared Vanderbilt from 5 feet away, right?
And why? Like,
why?
You can dunk it. Why do you do this?
Yeah.
Why?
He doesn't need to do anything other than that. 21 points, 12 rebounds, 5 for 6 from the floor, 3 block shots. Slayer. Absolute slayer. A.
Yes. A. I was going to try to make an A with my hands. Nope. Can't do it.
I don't know. It looks weird.
Looks like something crazy. A. Rudy. Finally, I feel like we haven't had. The last game was a pretty decent one, but we weren't here. But I feel like during our shows, we have not had an opportunity to give him as high of a grade as we like to recently. But no, it seems like he maybe is returning to greatness.
Mm-hmm. Simon Waite said Ant's one weakness is thick chicks, and then Call Me Casual said very true Peach. I thought it was very true Peach. And I was going to be like, oh, I didn't know what that meant. But man, I got to pee now after watching him go to the bathroom 3 times.
Injury.
Gerald, he got robbed on a block as well. He should have had 4, but he gave it to Nas or someone else, I think. Yeah, so let's just credit him with 10 blocks, like the way that they credit LeBron with all these stats that they do. So, yeah, killer game. Back to form, man. We were having questions about what he was even doing on the court, right?
Yeah.
Like, he was out of sync. When Jaden's out of sync, he's out of sync. Like, man, we just suck, right? So, our identity's back, baby. I hope this is just more for the course for tomorrow. Our main course tomorrow. This is a little side salad, right?
Yes.
The Chuck. I worry about this myself. Cat will be in foul trouble tomorrow by the time I finish my post work. Let's just keep going. We're all about body fluids tonight. I didn't read that when I highlighted it. I was like, can't wait to. I started that comment too. I was like, can't wait to talk about this.
Yeah.
The Chuck.
Let's get to that dump.
I love Rudy screens too, man. I wish screens were a stat line. Like personal fouls, steals, turnovers, block shots, screens. I actually kind of like solid ass screens, not what Cat does on a routine. Dude, do you notice Cat screens are like, I'm afraid to get an offensive foul, so he doesn't screen.
Yes, he is. I mean, that's the mental part that I'm talking about with our team. Right. They're too scared.
You're right.
And Cat, of course, has now had years of having terrible foul calls against him. So now it's just totally embedded into his human being. He can't there's no fixing that now because the refs have screwed up for so long.
Agreed.
So long.
So I feel like people are going to potentially disagree with me because I also am dumb and into dunks and threes. Cat, 33 minutes, almost 34 minutes. Got benched in the 4th quarter. However, we were up big. 28 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals, only 2 fouls. Most importantly, though, least importantly, only 1 free throw attempt. That sucks. But most importantly, he shot 5 times from 3. Needs to be 10. Doesn't matter if you miss. That's a big point of contention of why he's not this superstar, is that he's just so worried about his own image. I swear to God. But I'm giving him an A. But you might be different. Oh, no, all right, there it is.
This is an obvious A game for him. Honestly, if he could have had an insane second half, might be thinking A1. But I think he had some really when we were up by 30, early 4th, late 3rd, I think he started to do some of these weird he's just falling just at random moments where he doesn't even have the ball in his hand. He's just falling, and it's I'd rather that be the guys that maybe aren't 7 feet tall falling on the ground. I don't want anybody falling, but if somebody's going to do it, I'd rather it be Nah or a point guard, somebody that can handle it. I think this was a great game. The threes were great to see. The confidence was great to see. The dunk was great to see. And he took a lot of shots tonight. He took 19 shots and he still shot his 50, 40, 90 or whatever. So, if we're caring about that, that's obviously really good. So he basically shot 60, 100, 100.
Gerald, dude, I actually kind of want to agree with you on this because we saw a Jekyll and Hyde like performance from him. The first half was remarkable, A1 tier, like couldn't be stopped, couldn't wait to get on a tear, in the first half. And he was 4 for 4 from three, 8 for 11, right? He had 20, he had like all of his points in the first half. Absolute bupkis performance from him in the second half, and he got comfortable. He got lazy. He got second. He was just like, I want to not, he wants to show off, and yeah, maybe he got a couple weird whistles or he got pushed to the ground and no call was called or whatever. That's just kind of who we are. We have to accept this cat as our cat. This is our cat. We love him. Do we? I don't know. But this is the cat that I at least want to defend. Like this is who we can appreciate the first half version of him at least, and ride this type of performance from. Like I don't want this on a nightly basis. Like the second half, especially if the game was close, he would. I don't think he would be like this. I think he would have been more. He would been more subdued. I think, but I don't know. We've had a lot of film on him to know what we could expect. So this is why I'm giving him an A, because despite what he did in the second half, he was insane in the first half. That's right. And Leo, we love Cat. LOL.
We do. Until we trade him for Kevin Durant next season. Yeah. I don't know if that's happening. I don't know if I want Kevin Durant on my team, to be honest. Kind of crazy thing to say.
Yeah,
everywhere he goes, it's just like nothing succeeds anymore. It was the only thing that happened was when he went to Golden State, and now everything since then has been kind of a mess.
And by the way, Golden State needed him those years, man. I don't know if they were going to get anything without him.
Yeah. My mind wants to go off on crazy tangents about possible trades, but I'm going to control myself. I think that the Warriors are in an interesting situation. They've got some old players that would probably want to be on winning teams.
They got some players who cried.
They do have some players that cried. They do have some players that considered retiring.
I don't give a shit about the Warriors. It's
Me
really funny.
Either.
They had their time in the sun. Get out of the NBA. Call Me Casual says book deal and Cat. We wanted to play together. You know what? So did we. We wanted that.
Yeah, we did. We did want.
No longer do I want any of that nonsense. But boy, was that something that I was really, really rooting for. Trade talk. Put on those fucking sunglasses on. Man, we are trying to avoid that for the most part this season because we were on such a monumental tear. But yeah, we might start to look into that as trade season is upon us. And names are starting to get thrown out there, like the Levines, the Pascal Siakams, and the D'Los of the world. Like, where do we fit in? Where can we get in some of that?
Yeah.
Because we should go all in. No matter what we do this year, we should be as all in as possible this year. I don't know what we're doing here. Oh, we're looking at Timberwolves Brazil.
Yes, I was like, I can't tell what's the actual post. Oh, because we played Orlando. I get it. I was like,
Disney.
Why are we watching? I was like, Disney. I'm like, I don't get any of this.
That was super confusing. Also, hashtag analysis. Hashtag
that was
silence. That was a
pretty deep analysis. Yeah. Oh, wow. Well, Timberwolves play tomorrow. And if we want to do a ticket giveaway, we're at 46 likes. We have to hit 69 likes live, not afterwards, because we probably will hit it afterwards. And if we don't, we'll have another chance tomorrow night. But we need to hit that 69 likes mark. But tomorrow night, we play the Boston Celtics in Boston. Then on Friday, we play the Trailblazers at home. And then we play on Sunday, we play the Clippers at home. Then next week, we play Detroit. And then we play Memphis without Ja, who is now out for the season. And it sounds like
an injury that I've never heard before.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
And they weren't even playing that day when they like announced it. Maybe Memphis recognized something, and maybe there was something lingering with Ja anyways. And this is good. I think this is good for Memphis to just, like, recover, be bad, get maybe a good pick, and then they're gonna be killer next year with everyone back healthy. So I'm scared shitless for them, but not this season, not this year at all. Shron 151, my friend.
The
That's so nice
GOAT.
of you. That is so
And you
nice
know
of
what?
you.
Do you know what that means? We are doing the giveaway
Oh,
tonight.
that's what it means.
That's what we're doing.
It's
Giveaway.
giveaway time. I wish we had
Bonus achievement unlocked.
guys.
Well,
I wear
it's been a
size
while
20s.
since the
I can't make
giveaway.
those up. I can't take those back. So I got big feet. I wear size
Everybody say W gifted, W crone.
I love the way he like his tone rises. I got big feet.
Oh man. Okay.
Shout
So
out to somebody that gave me the little G Unit zip up hoodie. Fubu.
appreciate you, Crone, or
Yeah,
Shron,
sincerely,
whatever
my
it is.
friend.
Me and
Time
Ashwin
to
have
go
different
with
accents.
the giveaway.
Yes. Go.
Shron,
Giveaway is happening.
Shron 151. Is it pronounced McLaughlin or McLaughlin?
Yeah.
Don't be wrong.
This
Don't
is
be wrong.
this is a great debate. The great Wolves After Dark debate. Anyways, so I've got some tickets for the Memphis Grizzlies game without Ja. So basically a win, a guaranteed dub. So giveaway time. If you've been here before, you know how this works. We are doing
It's so
a.
wrong.
No, you are
That's
wrong.
not right.
You are wrong. We're gonna find proof. Thank you, Jared. Thank you, JD.
That's like McLaughlin. That's not even anything. Hey, my name's Jared McLaughlin. Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh man. We're doing a keyword. Keyword is the one that we always do. Wolves After Dark, all one word. Let me show you. I will put it right here. Boom, boom. That is what you need to type into the chat. Right now, you have to be subscribed. And you have to be ready to respond immediately or DM us on Discord or Twitter immediately. If we don't hear from you within a couple minutes, we're giving up and moving on.
Join the Discord is what we're saying, and DM us on Discord.
Yes.
It's the easiest way to reach us because
That
we're
is the
always
easiest
there.
way.
And
This
then
is
you're
for-
part of our community. That's all what we're doing. We're trying to grow our community, give it back to you guys. It's so much fun to be a part of this team and their like historic run with others. Like, man, it would,
Yep.
I'm sorry for all those people who are not with us,
Yeah. It'll be fun to have more people in the Discord as always. This is for 2 tickets to the whatever game, Memphis game next Thursday. I will be at that game.
Yep. Dave Benz died for this. You know what I mean?
Dave Benz did die for this. And apparently Grady died for this too.
Yeah.
That is sad. I'm very disappointed about that. Okay, we're going to let it go for 30 more seconds. Get your Wolves After Dark in the chat, just like you see everybody else doing. And then we will roll it and give them away. To Chuck.
Chuck. Welcome
Appreciate
to the
you.
play-in champion.
Yes, you're playing champ.
Yeah.
All right. 15 seconds. You live in England? Yeah, I cannot buy you your flight.
But if you do win, we'll get you some skims.
Yeah, some skims. We gotta do a skims giveaway.
One skim.
We are getting close to the jersey giveaway as well. That is happening soon. So don't worry, there will be more giveaways in the future. All right, 5 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second, rolling. Boom. Wow. 2-time winner, Jared. Hey, that's what you get. You show up, you participate, you can win tickets. Congrats, Jared. And I know you have my information, and I know you'll be good about messaging me because I think I have you on Twitter still. So that's amazing. Cool.
Breaking news. Kat says he was going to do another behind the back turnover. If you don't subscribe to the channel, subscribe now.
He actually had some kind of nice ones tonight.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I remember. I loved them. Congrats, Jared. That's so awesome.
Congrats.
Man. Thanks for your
Yes.
support too, by the way.
Yeah, seriously. Being a member, you're a 2-month member. I appreciate that. Does
Oh, did
capital
it?
letters make a difference? No, it does not.
Okay, good. Because if it did.
Not cap sensitive or whatever that word is. Whatever I'm trying to say.
We are
Cool.
sensitive.
Well, I think that's it for us tonight. Thank you. Call me a casual. Thank you, Jared. Thank you to Chuck. Thank you, Simon, if you're here. Thank you, Crone.
151.
Yes. Appreciate you all
All
for
of
the
you
support.
as well. Yeah.
And yeah, if you're still watching this, if you're on the VOD and not watching live, let us know. Do you like tickets for giveaways? Do you like Jake's Craft? What do you like for giveaways? Is it just anything, or do you not care? Do you have any preference or not? And if you see anybody being mean to us, stand up. Cool. Case sensitive. Thank you, David.
Wolves back.
Wolves are back, and they may have not left this year. So cool. Just waiting for KG's retirement. Oh, see that happening. I think Dane was like, we now have like 2 free wins, and it can be like a Ricky Rubio one and like a KG one.
Oh my god, that'd be the best. Nas currently wearing number 9, so that'd be really cool to like also switch that up and like get 9 up there.
Yes.
That's a really good comment from Dane. And we have 2 free wins potentially coming up against Memphis and Detroit. So those could be the moments. Those could be the times.
It'd be good. We should have, realistically over the next few games, like we're kind of through a really difficult section of our schedule. Not that it's ever easy, but we did get through a lot of tough games, and we still came out with a winning record out of those games. I think we're now like 9-6 out of some like really long stretch of like pretty tough games. And that's a win. That's a huge win. We're playing good teams every single night. Think of it as a playoff series. We'd be winning the playoff series. So the next couple games we have in the next few games, out of the next 5 games, 3 of those games are very winnable. Trailblazers, Detroit, and Memphis. Those are 3 very winnable games out of the next 5. And if you can steal one from Boston again, or if you can steal one from the Clippers, wow, that's incredible. And yes, call me a casual. Great question. Ashwin's answering it. Answers Ashwinning it. We will be live tomorrow, but by we, I mean me. So we shall see. Cool. I think that's it. I'm blabbing on, and I gotta see if I'm gonna go over to Target and get some ice cream before they lock me out. So
they Glock you out or Flynn you out?
I don't know. We'll see.
Well, that's the analysis you're here for, as always.
I didn't understand.
I appreciate all of your facts.
Yes. Hashtag analysis
and graphs. We got graphs today.
We do. We did. We had a lot of graphs. We had some random circle graph that made 0 sense. So everybody's going to love that. Cool. Okay. Enough blabbing. I appreciate you all.
Always.
You guys are awesome. And 52 wins is still possible. It is McLaughlin, not McLaughlin. And we will see you tomorrow night. I will see you tomorrow night. Peace.
Your accent. It's tough. Who is him? Besides me?